Hey, welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Cami. As you can see today, we are creating with SVG files. If you recognize this, it is from the Honey Bunny SVG digital collection from Close to My Heart. So I got all this cut out, I got some embellishments cut out. I'm not following the scrapbook layout from that digital file exact, but I'm using pieces from it and the title from it. We will be documenting photos from this Easter. This is my husband and I and our little bunny. We call him Bunnos. And here he is some more. So the papers that I'm using are very pastel, bright. I'm not bringing in any black. So I did think about making my embellishments, my rabbits, black, but I actually decided to stick with the palette of the brown. So these little bunnies are from that SVG file. Aren't they so cute? And by layering them, there were about 5 different layers of cardstock, and they get really thick. They get a good dimension. Let me see if I can get it to focus here. They get a lot of dimension on them since we have the brown layer, a black layer, white, pink, another brown. So they are so cute. And then I shrunk them and rotated them. So I have some smaller, some bigger, facing both directions. While I was cutting them apart and gluing them and everything, I just decided to do a whole bunch. So these aren't all for this layout, no worries. I will be holding on to these for other layouts, and I wasn't sure how big of a rabbit I wanted. This was the actual size of the rabbit on the file, and then I shrunk it down. So I think this is a pretty good size, but we don't know. Maybe I'll bring in a focal rabbit too, or have like mommy and baby or something. But so I got the rabbits cut, obviously this background piece, and then I also cut out a bunch of the sprigs and flowers, and then I did the same thing. I shrunk them down. So this is shrunk. This is the original size. You can see the difference here. I used honey butter, mocha, and sage. And then these were acorn. I used peach for the ears, the nose, and these flowers. So I have some peach, honey butter. I shrunk and rotated all of the flowers too. So I have some facing this way, some facing that. And then I did my photo mats in the acorn as well. This piece is for the title. And then these were the mats that came with that collection. These are on the light side of acorn. This is the dark light. Close to My Heart paper is two-toned. So I did that on the light side. I did the rabbits on the dark. So you can kind of see the difference there. I cut out my title in Glacier. This is also Glacier in the background of my paper. So this is actually going to say Easter Wishes. I have the rest of it here. And I considered bringing in some pattern paper. I thought maybe I wanted something down here, and I could cut this in half and have more solid down beneath. But after laying my photos out, I actually don't know that I would necessarily need more. And then if I have my title going down here, maybe even have him overlapping the title a little bit, something like that. To make these flowers even more 3D, you could take your ink and go around like you could do some tone on tone, sage ink on sage paper, and then you could use some honey butter ink and go around all of the edges. You could do that with your flowers. I don't actually have the coordinating colors. I don't have peach, I don't have sage, so I'm not going to go around those. I could maybe bring in a little bit of toffee or something to go around them, but I think using the front and back of the colors, actually helps a lot too. So that adds dimension. Plus, when you layer them on top of each other, this one has 3. We have the green on the back, and then we have the honey butter, and then this honey butter as well. This one, like these cone flowers, they have the green, the honey butter, and the mocha, so that's a lot of layers. So we're going to have quite a bit of dimension on this layout as it is. These sprigs, love it. So let's go ahead and clear this up and let's get started. So for my photos, I will go ahead and get those matted on these as they had suggested in the sketch. I hope everybody had a great Easter. I know it was just a couple weeks ago. We don't do a whole lot for Easter. We did go to church with my in-laws, and then we went back to their place and had a brunch, and then we just kind of hung out at home. We always give our rabbit extra lovin's on Easter. Happy Bunno Day is what we always tell them.
You know, it would also be super cute on an Easter layout. Just recently we had a stamp of the month called Just Chicken In. It had chickens and little baby chicks on it. I think that would be adorable on here as well.
But we are going to play up the rabbit here. This one, it is kind of tough. Actually, this is acorn. Acorn on acorn. It's a lot of acorn going on. So I am going to bring in my ink. I don't have acorn ink, but toffee is very, very similar. So I am going to bring in my toffee ink. And I like to use this tool, and I have a toffee foam dauber. And I'm going to angle my brush more over the paper so that we get more ink on the surface of this. I could go up and down and just get it on the edge of the paper, but I kind of want that distressed look and add a little more ink to the surface. Let me know in the comments below, what'd you guys do for Easter? Did you guys go anywhere? Do you stay home? Do you host? What do you do? All right.
I'm just laying my photos back out to make sure I like where those will be sitting. And then we'll bring our title back in. And if that's going over this placeholder here, I don't know that I love the picture of the rabbit under the E. Let's try bringing that down a little more. But I don't like that gap under those two pictures either. In the example layout, they had flowers poking up out of that, kind of like a flower box. They used the bigger flowers, but that looks like a lot. I might try the smaller ones.
Here, let's move these out of the way for now so we can... I could even have like the bigger ones over here.
If I bring those big flowers down, those could kind of be anchored down at the bottom. And then have the little sprigs up at the top. I don't want them covering my photos too much though, but I also don't want a whole bunch of glacier between the title placeholder and my photos. I want those to be touching. So I do like how this is looking and just kind of overlap it a little bit.
I'm thinking something along this line and then having the sprigs come out, and we'll do a variation of these little sprigs and the flowers. Just kind of alternate them, lean them different directions. Here we can mark about here and about here. So then as we're gluing these, we can glue this one.
It was a little more difficult trying to stick the flowers under the title placeholder since we have so much texture in the background. But this is working pretty good, and I can just kind of use those guides as to where my placeholder will be. And I'm just making sure to switch up the colors. So I don't want two pink flowers next to each other. Same with the cone flowers. I love these cone flowers. Every time we go hiking, there's always cone flowers, and I love them. I'm just filling in with those sprigs. We'll bring our title back in. And I did get the flowers a little short on the corners, but I think it looks nice kind of how it's arced and the taller flowers are in the middle. I just want a few of these flowers poking out from behind my rabbit. I consider putting some of the larger flowers on the right-hand side, and then I'm bringing in this pink one over here, but it's almost too big, and I have this single pink flower. Let's try that one over here. I think that one fits even better. And then those will just tuck right behind my rabbit. Yes, I like that. I decide not to do a cluster of flowers on the right. I kind of like how it's offset with that rabbit on the left.
I have these from the sticker sheet. I thought it'd be nice to bring in some of the pinks and yellows up higher. So I have this banner that says love, and then this one says hippity hop, which, I mean, they're pictures of our rabbit, so I'm just not sure what order I want them in, if I want them all up top, because I could just do hippity hop. I feel like that hippity hop gets kind of lost. I think I like them over there. I removed the adhesive off of them. They are from the sticker sheet, but I used my anti-static to get that off.
I'm just using my Barely Art glue with the precision tip, and I'll just add a little bit to this one as well. And we'll add that right about here. I like how the love kind of braces that hippity hop sticker so it doesn't get so lost in the background. I'm just playing around with where I want this heart, and I think it looks best on the left side of love.
Everything on this layout was from Close to My Heart's digital art collection. All of these were cut out on my Cricut from Close to My Heart's collection. These are from that Honey Bunny sticker sheet. And then all of the cardstock. This is Glacier, White Daisy. We got our little bunny cutout of Acorn. These frames are all Acorn. We got some honey butter and some peach. This is peach color and this is peach, so they coordinate. And I think it was really easy to put together once we got everything cut and layered. It did take me some time to layer the bunnies and all the florals. I had done that off camera to prepare them, but once those were all layered up, it really didn't take long to piece this layout together. If you're unsure on how to download the SVGs or use them on your Cricut, definitely check out my previous video. I will have that shared after this video. But look at how much detail you can get using your Cricut. I absolutely love it. And I'm kind of glad I didn't do my rabbit in black. This is such a light palette that I think a black rabbit would have drawn too much attention.
I will have all the supplies I used linked in the description box below. My website is active until the end of April.
If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow.
If you enjoyed watching this layout come together and how I use the SVG files from Close to My Heart, please hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, guys.
And until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye, guys.